So, when was the last time you were proud of what you've done? It's a great question. Too often we get busy with all the things we need to do, the things we should do. But ever so often we need to sit back saying, okay, what are the things I've done in the last few months, last few years that I'm proud of? Because keep in mind that the best person to be proud of you, yourself, is yourself. Because then you don't have to wait for others to tell you what they think. You're not waiting for other people for validation. You are being the best version of who you are. So the question is, what am I proud of at this time in my journey? Well, my name is Alain Faber. I'm a human for the last 50 years, and I am a teacher in a high school for more than 20 years. Been a geologist. I've done a whole bunch of different things. And at this time, I know that I can do more than what I've done so far. But in order to build on, to build the future, I need to figure out what are my foundations. And if you look into my current challenge that I call the Milestone Challenge, it is for me a way for me to document my journey to make the world a better place and do it intentionally. So if you notice for the first 17 days or so, it was called the Stone Milestones, and these were reflection of who I am, what are good ideas, things to think of to move forward. The current milestones are called Iron Milestones, and because it is much more specific to what I want to do. So today's milestone is the milestone Iron 21, and here is what I've done in the last few years that I'm proud of. So I'm going to talk about something specific, and it is my YouTube channels, something that I've been working very hard in the last few years. So today is an important milestone for my channel. So you are watching this channel here I call it, it's my name. I want to share what I know about teaching, about learning, and about leadership. And this is part of my journey and how I can build something amazing. The other YouTube channel I have is a YouTube channel for my science students, but not just my science students. They are any students wanting to learn science, and I'm going to share that with you today because it's something I'm very proud of. So let's see if I can show you what it is. There we go. Perfect. So my channel is called. So let's see. Can we view the channel? Oh, there we go. Why not? So, my channel is called Apprenons en français. I started that channel let's see when I started this, in January 2018. Oh, look at this, in 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's been 5 years, so 5-year anniversary. As you can see, here I got my first 100 subs in 2019. 500 sub in 2020, then 1,000 in 2021, and then we are in 2023. And here are the stats, and it's something that is quite amazing for me. As you can see, today I reached 2,000 subs. You're gonna say, well, it's just a number. That is true. However, one of my goals that I set up a few months ago was that I want to create 1 billion moments of learning. So here, if you look at my channel, I already have had a chance with more than 100,000 moments of learning. And that is why I'm doing that channel. People are from all over the world. I don't know if I can see some stats about, so as you can see, it is in French. And as you can see, for my audience, I have audiences in France, Canada, Morocco, Algeria, and Senegal. Amazing people all over the world. Why do I do this? It's because I love learning, but I also love teaching and making sure that people around the world have access to resources that they can learn from, so that they can grow as students and actually go beyond what they think they can do. Because how else can we have a better world? So this is one of my biggest achievement. It's one of my biggest achievement because if you think about it, I've always enjoyed teaching, in a classroom, but I also enjoy the fact that I am sharing more than within a classroom, but around the world. And it's amazing because sometimes we are teachers, sometimes we are workers, we have our jobs, and we are within the limits of our beliefs. And for many years, for probably 15, 18 years, I was a great teacher within a classroom, within the four walls, within a school. And my horizon opened up in a conference I attended with Tony Robbins. And he shared the idea that we can do so much more as long as we are aware of limiting beliefs and we can set them aside and grow. And that's what I've done. And this is quite amazing for me. So here it's interesting because it's a milestone for me, a milestone for this YouTube channel. Now, you're going to say, do I do this by myself? Not at all. There are amazing people with which I grow. One of my mentor, someone I respect quite a bit, his name is Evan Carmichael, and he has a movement called the Movement Makers. And he does amazing things. And I'm going to put the link of his website in here below so you can see what he does. But in November, I had a chance to meet with him. So let's see, I'm going to show you. I was able to meet with him. Look at this. In his studio in Toronto. And I had a chance to have coaching. And the amazing thing with this coaching is it allowed me to go beyond what I believe I can do. You're going to say, okay, what does that mean? So let's see. For me, I'm a teacher and I am within the boundaries of a school, a classroom. I opened up with my YouTube channel so I can teach around the world. And now in the discussion with Evan, we looked into the fact that, okay, I can teach around the world, that is true, but how can I bring the ideas and the concept to more people? In order to do that, I have to make sure that I know the resources that they use and I can help them. So let's see. So in my school, I use a textbook that is a few years old already, and it is this one right here. And this textbook, I know inside out. Okay, so I do videos about different topics. And with the meeting I had with Evan, we said, okay, what if you took the textbook and you went from page number 1 till the end and you cover all the concepts? And the reason for that is sometimes we have students around the world that they go to class, sometimes they miss class, sometimes they need extra help, sometimes they would need a tutor but don't have money for a tutor, and therefore they need extra help. And the best way to do that is, why don't I use the resources they use to help them? So this is my first textbook that I'm working on right now. I've done probably 8 videos so far, and I'm working on completing this textbook as fast as I can. The reason is that my second semester is starting soon, and I want to make videos for science in grade 10. Now, so far, I'm covering concepts in French, and my next big topic, as from Evan's suggestion, is to use English textbooks. And you're going to say, why would I do that? Well, if you think of education, and you think about the fact that French is an amazing language to learn, there are hundreds of millions of people speaking French, but there are also hundreds of millions of people speaking English, and the market for English speaking teacher is amazing, especially that there are more and more people learning at home through homeschooling, more and more people sometimes falling behind, especially because COVID just happened. People need extra help, and therefore this is it is a way for me to help others. So how would I do that? That's a good question. So here I listened to the video, the video coaching I had, no, the coaching video I had with Evan several times. And what I will do is I'm going to look at a few states in the United States, go into education ministry or education department in those states, look at the textbook they're using, and then use the textbook and cover from the first page to the last page all the concepts. Imagine that. If you could be a student that would have access to the resources they need. And you know what? Video format is such an amazing way to do so. So that's what I'm going to do. Am I a bit scared in some ways because I don't know where it's going to lead me? Second, I need to be a bit more organized. And that's something that I'm going to learn this month and next month and for the years to come. Do I know where it's going to lead me? Not at all. And why would you say, why would I do that? Well, I do that because I am proud of what I do, which is teaching science. I'm proud of being able to help students and also guide them as the next generation to make the world a better place. There's so many things that are amazing that can be done. There are so many issues to work through. And for that, we need people to be excited about science. I was talking to Evan and he was saying that science was never his, the subject he liked the most. But if you could, and something that I know about learners is that often topics that we don't like at schools are topics that we don't understand very well. So for example, I had a student, and I'm going to say his name was Mike, where he always disliked science. He hated it, didn't want to get involved. On the other hand, this year, I worked with him, and especially through labs and through hands-on activities, up to the point where he understood what he was doing. And instead of using a textbook and lesson to learn, he used hands-on activities to learn. And now he is more comfortable with science and he's starting to enjoy it. Will I change his world completely? No. But I know that I know that students and people tend to like to do what they understand and they feel comfortable. Because if you feel comfortable about a topic, you feel safe, you feel confident, and therefore you can do that. It works with science, it works with math. If you think of math, many people love it, but people that are struggling in math tend to dislike math. Same way with languages. Languages are amazing, but when it's hard for you to learn a second language or a third language, then you tend not to like it as much. And that's why there's so many people that know only one language. There you go. So the plan is for you today, guess what? To be proud of what you've done so far at this time. I've shared with you things I'm proud of, and I know that it's going to get better. I want you to feel proud of what you've done, knowing that as you progress, as you do things, as you get better, you'll be able to grow even more. And the purpose of all of this is that the more you grow, the more you'll be able to give value to other people around you, and the more you'll be able to have a better life and make the world a better place. So I want you in the comments below to write down what is that one thing you've been proud of in the last few weeks, few months, or few years. For me, it's been my YouTube channel and the people I've met through Evan Carmichael's and the Movement Maker. I want you to tell me what you're proud of, because it's important. Once you're proud of what you can do, you'll be confident to use that as a stepping stone to go to the next level. I believe in you. And guess what? I'm going to put here a link of my playlist of the milestone journey I'm doing right now. And you'll see it is amazing. On this, I'll see you in the next video.